What's up, Trade Titan? How you doing? Doobie doo. Change the title. I did it. I did it. Glad you're doing good, man. Glad you're doing good. New announcement. Q and A with CW. Mama Bear, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Hope everybody had a great weekend, by the way. I really do. I'm going to try to allow for some people to come in and all that stuff. We're going to just what's up, Jack? How you doing? We're just going to cover some Q&A. If y'all have any questions, I do also want to go over counterfeit, how to identify reseal, because I do have an example. It's the reseal example, just so y'all know, it's not going to be a Pokemon card pack, but I did get a return on eBay where somebody resealed a pack of Teen Titans cards, and that's going to be my example. The clown bear. But I hope you're having a good day, Jack. We're going to go over some identifying fake cards and stuff like that. We'll have another session when I get some more training tools and stuff, like going over identifying fake packs and all that stuff as well. Did I get my money back? Oh, yes, I got a refund. Why did I? You didn't have to refund me. You know that, right? But I appreciate it. I did get the refund. Oh, on eBay. Yeah. I actually it wasn't they bought it from me. So I sold this on eBay. And a week later, they opened a return claiming item not as described. And when it came back in, I didn't even refund them because I immediately was able to identify that it was resealed. For one, it is way too flimsy for 15 cards. But there's other telltales. So eBay ended up investigating the whole thing, and that person is no longer on eBay. We'll just say that. So I did run into that. I got it all cleared up. I was found good to go because I did still had examples of properly sealed and all that stuff. Hey, it's all good. It's part of this is why you have to know and stuff. So I'm going to flip it around and actually go over this particular pack. We're going to angle it down. So one of the first telltale signs of this pack being resealed, if you look up here, and I don't know if it's going to Where was it? Right here. You can see where it was damaged by them using a heat gun in order to try to break the crimp. And so when they resealed it, it didn't properly go back. That was the first tell. The other one is back here, along this part where the crimps are. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. Then you go up here and you see 7, but 8 right across here. There's 2 right in there. Then you go down here and you can see further damage from the heat. What's the weighing thing with 151 packs? I'll talk about that in a little bit. But as you can see, you see more where the crimps go up. Then you've got the 2 crimps going across right in there. Now, a properly factory sealed would have 1 across, 1 across, 1, 2. You'll have 1 long one going like that and another long one going like that. There's about 12 crimps on this. And that was the first telltale sign. Then you can see they tried to heat seal right here to give it the look of not having been opened. Plus, you can bend the cards very easily. When you have the 10 cards in here, the cards are a bit thicker, and you get about that much bend. But I can bend it, no issues. And so that was a telltale sign. So that's how I was able to tell. No, I'm not going to open it. I'm using it for training. Because I ended up, actually, because of this, I ended up doing a video call with folks at eBay who are in charge of the vault where they keep a lot of packs and cards. And a lot of times they do authentication there, and it was just retraining of how to identify resealed. So it's good to keep one in its natural condition. The other pack they returned had nothing but G.I. Joe cards in it. I did open that one, and it had G.I. Joe cards in it because they bought 2. But I keep this one sealed the way they had it because once I break it, you don't. A lot of times those crimps are going to come out. The reason for the return was item not as described. What it turns out is they had a separate website where they were selling these cards loose on their website. So they would buy up packs, open them up, take the cards out, refill them with a different type of card, send it back to get their money back. That way it was pure profit on the cards from the pack. $13 a pack is what I sell them for. So, what's up, Hidden Treasures? That's the way to identify. The biggest one is you'll see the crimps. I mean, it is clear as day. You can see where crimps were gone over and they failed to actually crimp along the actual crimp. I mean, it was poor. Now we're going to go over some of the known. Yeah, $13. And they were selling the cards in there for less than $13. But that's, to each their own. Some of the known fake cards, you have like these gold cards. You can get them off Amazon. They are basically tin, gold-plated tin. But this one's an obvious fake because that's not even a real Pokemon. You do have some that are a little less obvious. People would think it makes it legit, like this Grimmsnarl VMAX. But these are openly sold on eBay, and these are not real cards. There is no resale value in them, in all reality. I mean, they look cool, but they're not real. And I keep several of them because training. You know, like here, this one's an obvious one. Mega Charizard EX. The font isn't even the same as it would be on a XY on the XY series Mega Charizard EX. The placement is off. Yeah, very good for decorating. Like I said, they look cool. But like Omnion, that's not even a real Pokemon. And then you can read, you must have two different evolutions in play to fusion evolve into Omnion GX. That's not even a game mechanic. It's not. Nice hidden treasures. I'm excited. The font for Mega, that's not right. Then, like on here, you got the Umbreon Darkrai GX. There's again tag team font. But yeah, so these are known fakes. You come across them, don't try to resell them as real because you will get hit with copyright. And hit for counterfeit. Maybe the way I play fair. Nephew has a bunch of those. Yeah. Unfortunately, they're fakes. Another known one, these ones they get by a little bit easier because on the back, first glance from the distance, you're like, oh, it looks legit, but it's not. You can tell by the feel. It just doesn't feel like a real card. Two, you can tell by the way the picture is. That is not sun fading at all. That is not just because it's old, sliding in and out of binders. The foiling actually ruins the crispness of the picture. It does. It looks like pure garbage. But to those who don't know what to look for, it looks legit. So then you go and look at where is it? Here's one. It is real. It is very damaged, but I keep it as a training thing because damaged. But you can compare even with the foiling, this one is much more crisper. Yeah, I know. I know this one I got out of some collection that somebody sold me. And they did not take care of the cards. I mean, it is rough. I would never sell this to anybody. Because I mean, it's worth about 10 cents, if that, maybe a penny. But you can tell the difference in the pictures. I mean, it's a huge difference between what the foiling does to the picture here and what the foiling does to the picture here. Yeah, I would definitely say probably in somebody's pocket went through the dryer. So I sleeve it in order to keep it from damaging further. The other bit to test, not just from, so you got the bin test you can do. Although this one bins differently because it's damaged, but you got the bin test. And it feels different when they bend, you'll notice. Then you've got compare the real card, the outline of Pokemon, right there, you can see already the difference. It's darker up here on the fake than it is on the real. Then you can compare the Pokeballs. Again, darker on the red, darker on the white. I mean, it's real noticeable. And then look at that. I definitely don't take care of these because fake. The next test, if you're still unsure, would be the rip test. Because when you rip the cards in half, got two bottoms here. When you rip the cards in half, as you can see, they tear a little differently. It may not seem like it, but they do. But the fake card is just white all the way through. The real card has that filament. It's usually like a black grayish color. That is the most sure way to tell if you've got real cards. Sometimes you can use a light and see through it and stuff. A lot of times the fake cards, when you shine a light through, it actually won't go through at all. And you get a little shine on this side when you shine it through the back. So there's like many different tests. But yeah, straight up, that's toilet paper. Do a giveaway with the messed up Charizard. Nah, I'd rather keep it because it helps with comparing. But yeah. So, as far as cards go, those are some of the things you need to keep an eye out for. Repacks, as time goes, what people are most likely going to repack, just so y'all know, is going to be base set, era cards, jungle fossil, the original cards. And as a norm, they'll repack higher end packs. A lot of times when you get repacks, that's what it's going to be because they're going to get you for your money and hope that you're just holding on to it and you don't open it. And hope that you're not educated. So there's a lot of YouTube videos out there that cover how to identify. It's very good as a seller. How to tell the difference, especially with cards. I generally hold on to all fake cards I get. Just because I don't want them back out in the market. Because the people that these folks are going to target as a norm with the fake cards are those unknowing parents and grandparents who are buying the stuff for their kids or for their grandkids. Who is calling you out, Mama Bear? But yeah, no, I did. I got all of these fakes, buying them from collections because there was real cards worth spending my money in those collections. And a lot of times I'll sell one card and make all my money back that I spent on that collection. But yeah, I will go out of my way and I'll buy fakes. I will buy out fakes. I'll go to there have been times I go to a flea market. I'll buy out all the fakes and then I throw it in the trash. But now that I'm a market owner, I wasn't a market owner then. When I come across fake packs and all that stuff, I'm going to make sure I hold on to them. You had to log out 4 times. Oh man, I am so sorry, Northwest. Good thing you'll be able to watch the replay. We just all we did was going over how to identify resealed packs and fake cards so far. Then there is you got to remember all this falls under the counterfeit law. Now, some things that you can do that won't fall under counterfeit law would be, say you go and you paint something, you paint a picture, it's art. Uh, Generally, that's okay. I have seen plenty of artists go out and they're painting and selling their art. That's generally okay. Or cross stitching or crocheting, those are usually as a norm okay to sell if you're doing it yourself. I always recommend if you do that, make sure you have some kind of mark that makes it yours. Also, it's good for advertisement. What they do not want is people creating things, i.e., figures, cards, because there are people who have printing presses and they print these cards themselves so that they can sell it. There are people who have them who has bought stuff so that they can print the cards like this. And now you can get actual card stock that goes through your laser jet printer, and you can print cards and do all that stuff. So they don't want you creating figures. They don't want you and selling it as a figure. It falls under the counterfeit law. Um, yes, WSC. They don't want you recreating cards and putting them through and putting them out in the market. Uh, Actually, I looked into it and I they said that you can. What it is if it's your own artist interpretation, but that's where the gray area is, WSC Wes. Because I was doing this for a long time and I talked with Pokemon about it and all that stuff. I was sitting there going and doing paintings and stuff, asking them if I could go to conventions and sell them and all that stuff. They don't stop that side of it. It's when you're recreating, for example, the paint. Well, it's the painting, the art. If you recreate a art like a large what are they called, canvas print that they sold on their site, that's where it goes. But if you're doing your own interpretation artwork, like you're doing collages or you do like a crossover with um do like a realistic Blastoise made and you utilize actual animals and stuff like that, they are allowing it. No, AI definitely doesn't know what gray is. How do you make Pokemon selling Pokemon your full-time job so I can tell off my boss and quit? Well, there's a problem with that hidden treasures. I've tried quitting on my boss multiple times and they told me I'll see you tomorrow. Damn it, he actually came in. Who's Carl? Yeah, fair use. That was the phrase. Well, I do know that have been allowing artists to do this for a while. Well, no, like it they they were saying it was okay to sell on the open market. I'm saying from them direct was saying it was okay. Well, yeah, that will always be the safest. But I do also know the cross stitch stuff is okay. Um, because that one, I don't know off the top of my head. I just know that they have been. I know what they are allowing. That's what I know. What they have said they are allowing. Okay, maybe they just like CW. I doubt that. I've just been in touch with them for a while. That's all. Right. Oh well, yeah. If you're selling it, I'm sure it would catch their eye the most if you're selling it for like 1,500 or 15,000, 20,000, $30,000. That too. All I know is they gave me permission to do prints. They said it wasn't an issue to do like 500 prints at a convention, and it was all me doing the stuff, nothing from them. My own art of Pokemart. I did use the character names. It said Squirtle across the top with a Squirtle there. Yeah, and they were like, "It's your interpretation of the Pokemon." That was their response when I sold it at the convention. So I don't know. Maybe they pick and choose, but I do know that they have let it slide. As a norm, I would say as a norm, like you said, stick to the legit product. I wish I had a fake plush. Do you have any fake plushes? Because I want to show that too, because there's a lot of them. Yeah, no, I don't want to spend any more money on fake stuff. Exactly, and that's I don't want to do it, but I will. Like as a norm for the cards, I try to do something to remove them. Like I'll buy them and then report the seller. 100%. That, my friend, would get you arrested. I do not condone that action to anybody in here. Bidding on a lot of plushes, how can you tell if they are fake? Is it obvious? So, that's the trick. If it's done online through pictures, it's going to be harder because it's easier to hide. Because you need it all gets down into the tags. Let's see. We'll take this Pikachu. This Pikachu. Oh, yeah. I found a fake. Here we go. Found a fake. I did hold on to one. Let's see. That's Wicked's Cool Toys. I need you. You are Pokemon Center. All right. Your best friend will be if they have this. If they have these, the tags, because like you can see right here, straight up Pokemon Center and all that. Again, this tag, Pokemon Center. But it gets into here. If they're faking they'll take these off real ones and put them on the fakes a lot of times. But it's this where they fake it. They'll either be removed a lot of times or the font for Pokemon Center will be wrong. Some of the more obvious ones, Pokemon is misspelled, Center is misspelled. They may not they won't have the foreign languages on for the tags. And a lot of the fakes will only have one tag from what I've noticed. The example I have has no tags, and it doesn't even have a spot on it that showed the tags. So we got this big old Pikachu, but it's a fake Pikachu. It's this one. Someone probably ordered it off Amazon, and it ended up in a collection of Pokemon stuff that I bought. But it's made without the tag. You can't identify it at all. Or it was got from a it was probably a carnival get prize or something like that because a lot of those are fake too. But the best way is when you get it in your hands. This one's a very good fake, but still the eyes are off. The a lot of times the coloring will be off. The material they use for the outside of the plush, as you can see, this one's from Wicked Cool Toys. And a lot of them, the real ones, for the most part, the real ones won't be like this. It won't be the super fuzzy, and it won't have the pill. It won't be the filling won't be the same. But you also got to realize Wicked Cool Toys and Pokemon have also put out ones that have foam on the inside. And a lot of times that foam warps, especially if it's in a warm area or something like that. So it'll look off because the foam shrinks or whatever from the heat. But they'll be real. The fake ones, they it's always the outside is always loose on the foam. Always. I've never seen one that wasn't loose. But again, you want to look at the tags. The tags are the telltale. They a lot of times they won't even have like here it says WCT. They won't have that. And again tags. The font would be off and all that stuff. Like it's noticeable when it's in your hand through pictures. It's always going to be a risk. By the way, this is one of my favorite cosplay Pikachu's ever. It's adorable. Wes, you can't tell me it's not adorable. I want the Gengar one. What? I'll send this to you, Wes. You don't want it? Ew. It hidden. See, even Hidden Treasure said it's adorable, and Mama Bear said it's cute. One of the biggest things that is it's become a current rage, but it's getting cracked down hard. 3D printing. I'm gonna have to cover it. 3D, even if you, Wes, you said it the best. I can't remember how you phrased it. You said it best, and I feel like I'm gonna flub it up. Um, the whole deal with the 3D printing. It was about even if you get the whatever it's called, the thing so that you can print it. So you can actually get they can go after you for counterfeit once you start trying to sell the 3D printed items. Don't do that. Don't do that. Wes, dadgummit. They have put resellers out of business for life. I didn't hear about Spider-Man on a Tombstone thing. Power World. Yep. I don't know. Yep. But they went after Power World real quick and in a hurry. And they didn't even call it Pokemon. Yep. But I want to put it out this way. On District, they just don't want it. That was made abundantly clear to me. They don't want it on District. And because of they don't want any the they don't want to deal with having 3D printed items that have been copywritten period on District. They don't want the headache that could possibly come of it because the old adage, you know what rolls downhill and stuff. So it's a very strict. They're very strict about the no counterfeit. I'm not old. I didn't say you were old, Mama Bear. But yeah, so the 3D printing stuff, if there is any thought that somebody could say, "Hey, they're counterfeiting copyrighted items," they don't want it on District. I'm just going to be upfront. Yep. Using old words. Very right, Mama Bear or Judy. Thank you, thank you. I sometimes have a hard time putting what I'm trying to get across into words, and I fumble. That was a joke. Yeah, I don't think I will. Yeah. By the way, how does that look? That was crayon. That was crayon, bro. Then this one's color pencil. I'm not done yet. So I'll retract my previous statement. Let's stick. Wait, no, I thought I did say that initially. But anyways, it's really, now that I think about it, don't give district any reason to have to message you. Let's just make it that easy. Yep. Nope. So it's one of those ones where it puts us in a position where we're like, well, crap. And it has nothing to do with personal feelings of anything. It's literally there's nothing we can do because that becomes something that is way out of our hands. And they do have a very strict policy on it. Very strict. And random relics, you are right. But so it'll be, it's just like WSC said, stick to the legit stuff. That's why we're having also these classes to help you identify, because even like say this was sold, whoever sells this on there, you're going to be the one that gets hit for it, and there's nothing we could do because it's not a legit Pokemon card, and it's not something we want to see done to anybody in the market. So that's why we have the classes on identifying counterfeit, identifying reseal, and all that stuff. Because even the reseal, as much as I hate to say it, the resealed stuff, whether you know it's resealed or not, you're the one that gets held accountable because you're the one that sold it. If you were the last one to sell it, that's on you. That was your fault. I think I said that right. I don't know. Random relics, WSC. If I fumbled that, please let me know. There we go. Hmm. Yep, and it took a long time. I think the worst one I saw was his resealed base set. Sold it was like 170, what was it? I think it was a booster box, and he sold all the packs for like $170,000 and had to refund all of that because they were resealed with modern cards. I think it was Rev. It was somebody on YouTube. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, take the wins where you can, I guess. But I do also know Logan Paul. He bought a case. Yep, bought a case of base set uh Pokemon cards for like, I think it, what was it, 1.2 mil or something? And he got it authenticated and everything checked out. But when he decided, oh, I'm gonna break open this case, it was all GI Joe boxes inside. No Pokemon cards whatsoever. And he did that. He opened that live with the authenticator who authenticated that box right there. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but yeah. Well, now they do. Oh, probably. Yep. I think it was like 750 or 500,000. Somewhere between 500 and 750, I think it was. I don't know. It was a huge freaking number. Yep. Had to go get stitches because of that. Yep. And he shredded the card too. I'm right there with you, but here's the thing though. You can learn from them when it comes to the Pokemon stuff. As much as I hate to say it. Correct. That is exactly correct. So it's not a bad thing to watch some of that stuff because a lot of them, they'll even go into detail how they were able to figure out why it wasn't legit. Just like I do when I show you the fake versus the real. Another one who does really well on identifying real and fake cards, Alpha Investments, very good YouTuber. He's a cardboard investor though, so you need to understand that a lot of his videos are about investing in cards. But he goes into details about identifying fake Magic the Gathering, fake Yu-Gi-Oh, fake Pokemon, if I remember right, and stuff. Like he'll sit there and tell you, he's like, I spent $150,000 on this collection, and only one card out of all 600 cards was real. Now we all know he's going to get his money back. because he knows exactly who he bought it from. No, this one was a Magic the Gathering set. So he spent $150,000, and in there, the dang Black Lotus was the reason he bought it, and it was fake. As soon as he got it in the mail, he opened it up, looked at it, and knew immediately it was fake. Then he went into the details of what's fake and what's real. He's got a binder dedicated to fake cards. Because he uses them as education. But yeah, daily deals, feel free to rewatch this. I just wanted to go over a little bit identifying, reseal, fake cards, talk a bit about the counterfeit rules and all that stuff. Hey, that'd be awesome, Hard Rock. I hope you do. But I hope it was at least a little bit. I have a copycat signature of Random Relics 1 of 10. What's the starting bid on it? Hey, I'm glad I was able to help Daily Deals. Nerd equals money. $2 starting bid. Okay. Are you running it on the flea? Or are we running it on first class? Either way, I'll bid on it. Yeah. That's right. First class. Got it. Oh, nice. Congrats, Mama Bear. She said she sold to buy it now on the flea. Have some Pokemon handbooks coming in. Want to know what everyone is looking for when I want to focus on this community. Y'all heard it right there. Hey, hidden treasures. Don't forget, we do have a section in Rocket's Pokemart that is what you're looking for. You could always post there, like I do. Hey, I'm doing this. Anybody looking for anything particular? Like somebody specifically asked for 151. Not naming names. Hey, I'm happy for you, Mama Bear. Jake told you to bring the heat. So I should auction off my coloring then, right? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, don't forget, I'll also be auctioning off my used bottle of Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream. I drank it all myself. That'll be getting auctioned off today on first class. Let's see, what else can I sell? You modded Street Dreams? She couldn't keep up. Oh, copyright signatures and left socks. So that means I got to sell the right socks. Y'all get left socks from Random Relics and right socks from CW. So you have to be in both our shows. I'm only offering no socks. He said you laugh. I think I am running. No, let them do all left socks. I can do all right socks, and then they can get the pairs. Yep. Yep. I've done that. I put it up starting bid $1 for 3 days, and it went to $22. I was wondering how long it'd take you to notice that. I was trying not to laugh. See, he says it helps you run in a circle better. Let's see, what else could I sell? Uh, you mean I figured maybe cut a lock of my hair and I could auction that off. There really is, as nasty as it is, there is a huge market for used undergarments and bathwater. Yeah, it's stupid. Mama Bear says, "What if she washes the socks first? Is it okay?" Hey, how about this? I'll auction off refurbished top loaders. I knew it would trigger you. He goes, I don't know why I partnered up with CW ever. Oh yeah. So you're having fun. Just as long as those just as long as those used socks are under 8 ounces, you can sell them on first class. Oh gosh. So how long before they get rid of Rocket's Pokemart? I kid, I kid. Yes. Yeah. Oh, how about this? I'll auction off shipping boxes. That's right. All right, Mama Bear. See you later. Hey, look, I think if I signed it or if I initialed it, I still think that looks good. I think it'd go well. I know. It only took me 30 minutes to color that. That is true. I every time I've thought outside of the box, you got mad at me. Oh, is that what happened? If you want to double the number of shipping boxes from Walmart, just order 25 single boxes. Because they won't combine the order. There's a very good reason. Yep. Wait, Walmart really doesn't combine? I thought they did. Right? What the heck? Wow. Nice. Did you keep it? But your Funkos are still destroyed. Oh, that's okay. That makes sense then. Fair. Well, y'all, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the Q&A. I unfortunately have to end the show now. I'm hungry. I need lunch. And on top of that, I got to get more packaging done because I had a nice slew of sales over the weekend. You want to find out? It'll ask you if you want to end the show. Yeah, I tried it. Yep, correct. Is there somebody to raid? Hmm, I didn't see that part. We're learning, guys. We're learning, and gals. Oh, he'll learn. But I do want to thank all y'all for coming out. If there's if any of y'all were late to the show, you can feel free to rewatch the show on the replay, and it'll go over everything. Like I said, we covered fake identifying counterfeit cards, identifying resealed packs. Once we get more stuff in, we'll be going over the fake packs and how to identify those as well. So y'all can look forward to that. And again, we're gonna have more of these because we want y'all when y'all sell, and even the buyers. It's good for the buyers to know how to identify the fakes. It really is. So there'll be more in the future. Thank y'all for coming out, and I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.